Hi everyone, good evening. So I just wanted to do a quick periscope and show you guys how the ribs turned out and show you how I do the potatoes and the asparagus. So first of all, here are our very pretty ribs. It's kind of hard to see. They are so good and so tender. Got a little bit of the juice in there for this one. So anyways, I just wanted to take that out and show it to you guys before I did the potatoes and the prosciutto asparagus. So the potatoes are Yukon Gold potatoes, and they've been cooking. Hi, thanks for joining. They've been cooking for about 35 minutes on 425. So I have a pound of bacon. Hi, I have a pound of bacon that I cooked up and crumbled earlier today, and I cooked the Yukon Gold in the bacon fat, so they're really nice and buttery and good. Can you close that? Sorry, my phone's dying. So anyways, I put about half of that bacon in just now on this layer, and I'm going to add some of this shredded cheese, and I'm going to stir this all together, and then I'll top it with some more crumbled bacon and Parmesan cheese blend and parsley flakes, and it'll go back in the oven for a couple of minutes just to melt all of that together. So while that's in the oven melting, I'm going to cook our prosciutto wrapped asparagus. So the asparagus here at our grocery store right now is pretty thin. Each of the stalks are pretty small, so I use about 3 pieces of asparagus per piece of prosciutto. It just kind of depends on how big the pieces are, how many you want to put in each little bundle. And then I wrap them up, and prosciutto just fries up like bacon. So I just go ahead and put them in a skillet and fry them up until it's nice and crispy, and it's really good and really salty. I don't season them at all other than just wrapping them in prosciutto, and it's always worked out really well. Hi, thanks for joining. So I did go ahead and get the ribs recipe up on the blog, but I haven't gotten the asparagus. Hi, I haven't gotten the asparagus or the potatoes recipe up yet, but I'll get it up after we eat dinner. So my blog is thestylishmommy.net, and the link is in my profile, or you can find me here or on Instagram at thestylishmommy. So I have my skillet up to just like medium-high heat, just enough to get it to sizzle when I put it in. And this is kind of like bacon where you don't want to roll it around so much, so I just sit it down. Oh, you missed the dinner prep. I have the ribs scope is still up, and the rest of this I just prepped earlier while the ribs were cooking. So I chopped some Yukon Golds, washed them, chopped them, seasoned them with salt and pepper, and put them in the oven for 35 minutes on 425. And then I took them out and I added some minced onion, some cheddar cheese, some fully cooked bacon, and some parsley flakes, and now they're in the oven finishing off while I do the bacon or the prosciutto wrapped asparagus. So we are in for a pretty decadent meal tonight. We have braised short ribs that we did in the crock pot earlier, and so most of them are still sitting in the crock pot ready to eat. Yeah, it's gonna be good, hopefully. So we do this not super often because it's a pretty heavy meal, but often enough that we know it's really good. So it really doesn't take a lot of effort after work. It's just kind of preparing before work to make sure that everything's ready to go whenever we're done working and the babies are ready to eat. So I'm going to look at these. They're not quite where I want them yet. I really like the prosciutto pretty brown and crispy, but it's fully cooked as it is, so you can, if you don't like it that way, then just turn this sooner. But this is what I typically like for them to look like. Pretty brown. Really good. So anyway, I'm going to finish this up. I'll get the recipes up after we're done eating dinner, and I'll let you know how it is. So I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.